Welcome back. This is week 2 of the Strength and Balance Yoga program, and this week we're going to continue working with the basic balance postures that we did in week 1, but we're going to connect them together and add movement into them. So you're really going to see how these postures and just working with them actually help you tune in to how you move throughout the day, utilizing these postures as a grounding gauge. Now, what I really want to encourage you guys to think about though is life is busy and we have other responsibilities. Even if you don't go through the entire hour and a half of practice every day, that's really not what's necessary. What's necessary is for you to just practice. Even just if it's a minute or two here and there throughout the day, play with the postures. Just stand on one leg and move around with the postures. That's how you're really going to be able to gauge and see improvement as day to day goes on, week to week moves forward. And as you continue to move forward with this practice in this program, that's when you're going to see that you're gaining more balance. You feel stronger. You don't feel as fatigued by holding a posture for as long. And you're actually going to gain a lot more control and command over your movement. And that's what we're going for, right? So let's get started, guys. Now to get started, let's start off with our gauging point. Remember, we want to do this one leg practice with our eyes closed, and we want to be documenting that every day. Have you guys been doing that? That's how you're going to see your progress. That's how you're going to actually be able to document and concretely see that you are improving. Hands out to the side and close your eyes. And bring it in. How'd you guys do? Write down your stats. Other leg, bring the foot forward, hands up and out, and close your eyes. And bring it in. How'd you guys do? Me personally, my left leg actually is harder for me to balance on with my eyes closed. However, I do see improvement from last week to this week. Even though I am kind of wobbly, I do feel like I can hold my balance longer. And that's what you guys should be seeing too. Don't worry if you're wobbly. Just pay attention to how long you can hold it and make sure you give yourself credit for the fact that you are improving. First posture, bring the leg forward, grab the knee, and hold. Flex the foot, release the knee, bring the hands out. And if the knee comes down, that's fine. If you can hold it up here, hold it here. Or if it comes down, if it's too hard, if you start feeling any pain in your hip, go ahead and let it come down. And take it back. And hold. Bring the body up and hold. Bring the knee in and up and push. You can bring your hands to your chest, give your shoulders a rest. Bring it up, bring it out, and lift. And bring it in and out to the side. Bring it up and down. You feel that circulation rushing back into your arms? That's good stuff. Shake it out. Let's balance it out on the other side. Bring the other leg forward. Grab the knee. Bring it up and flex the foot. Release the knee, hands out, take it back. Remember, exhale here. Inhale, lift the body. Exhale, that feel, you guys? Inhale, bring it up, bring it in, and stretch up. And exhale, really relax into that. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, kick it out to the side. Inhale, bring it in. And exhale, take it down. If you're having trouble balancing through the movement, sometimes you may need to bring the foot down. From here, you may need to bring it down, then back and push to the back. That's fine. Just monitor how you're doing from day to day and just be patient, keep working through it. Just keep moving, keep practicing, keep balancing. Okay, we're going to work with the chair, and you can bring your foot up, flex that foot, release, and take it back. Bring it in, up, exhale, push it out. Or here, whatever feels best. Bring it up, bring it in, and hold. And what I would like to challenge you guys is, even if you're having to hold the chair, play with it. Let go for a minute. If you need to hold on, it's there for you, right? Bring it in and push it to the side. And really stretch this arm. Bring it in and take it down. Now for that sequence of movement, what I want you to do is go through that 4 to 8 times, okay? Now you do want to try to hold each one for a minimum of 10 seconds. If you can do more than that, awesome. Do what feels right to you, okay? But do it for a minimum of 4 sequences, 4 sets of that sequence. Or if you're gonna do shorter holds, like 10, 15 seconds, then increase your sets. Do 8 of them. Let's move through that sequence with a side view. Good job, guys. We're gonna do that same sequence. That way you can see it from the back. As always, I'm just going to keep continuing to encourage you guys to listen to what's going on in your body, feel where you're strong, feel where you're working a little bit harder, and just absorb those sensations and work with them. Flow through it, just ride the wave, enjoy your practice, have fun with it. Start to lose balance, just laugh, grab a chair, put your hand on the wall, just Roll with it and have fun, guys. You're doing great. Sending you guys lots of good energy. Now, when you're done with that last sequence, you're gonna come down, open your legs just about hip width apart. Bring your hands to your chest and stretch up, pressing the palms together. Lift the rib cage, lift the shoulder blades, release the connection between your hands, just shoulder width apart. Drop that tailbone, open up the low back, and just stretch forward, pull the hips back. About 45, pull. Drop the arms and stretch forward, not just down, but stretch forward. Really trying to bring the rib cage and the belly closer to the ground. I use my chin to stretch forward in order to help prevent me from doing this. If I drop my head and I look down to the ground here, everything's gonna go down here. My back is gonna round. But if I go from here, stretch with my chin, stretch with the hands, fingertips forward. Nice stretch in the hamstrings. Feels great. Drop the hands and come on down to the ground. Good job, guys. This week, for our core exercises, we're gonna add a couple new postures in here. We're gonna have fun with it, okay? Once you come down to the ground from standing postures, you're going to come down into Chaturanga and hold. Hold for 10 seconds. If you want to increase your time, you can always hold for 30 seconds, or a minute is even great. Then you're gonna squeeze the elbows and slowly come down to the ground and push right back up. And hold. Squeeze the elbows, come down. Bring the elbows and hands down, keep them in tight here, let the feet rest, and pull yourself forward. Stretch with the chin, stretch with the chest bone, pull the shoulders back, really pull that spine forward and up. And don't let your legs and bottom be lazy. Squeeze the glutes, point the toes. And inhale, and exhale, come on back down. Bring your elbows up, hands to the side. Quick modification. If keeping your elbows in tight is a little too difficult for you and you have to do this to get up, you can work with it that way, or bring your hands out to the side and use more your chest muscles. And when you push up, try as much as you can to keep the body level. But if in the beginning you need to lift the chest and then bring it up, be patient with yourself and just keep working. And from here, you're really gonna push into the palm of the hands. Try to really expand the entire palm out to where you don't feel any space between the floor and your hand. And then grab with your fingers, push through the hands, deep into the floor, through the arms. Stretch the arms, release the shoulders, and push back. And as much as you can, push through the heels and stretch through the spine, tilting the tailbone and hips up. Now, quick modification. If your knees start to bend, go ahead and lift your heels. Only push through the heels as much as you can by keeping the legs straight. If you're feeling a stretch in the hamstrings here, sometimes you may have to keep your shoulders over your hands or keep your head up in order to really get this stretch in the hamstrings. And then if you can keep the heels up and stretch through the spine and still feel that stretch in the hamstrings, this is a good modification for you. If your knees are bending here, go ahead and bring your head forward and push. And just try to get the pelvis tilted and get the tailbone tilted to the ceiling. From here, bend one knee, push the heel. Push both heels. Bend one knee, push the heel, push both heels. Now here it's important to really still keep stretching through the arms and the spine, even though you're bending your knees. And just keep stretching those hamstrings and calves. Or you may be here. Now through this, we're still working our core. You have to keep your core tight. Okay, bring it forward and hold. Bring it down and relax the feet. Stretch both arms out and we're going to lift and hold for a count of 8. Ready? Here we go. Lift, inhale. And down. You're going to roll over and stretch the hands up, back of the hands on the floor, stretching out across the floor, and slowly lift the feet. Engage those abs, push through the heels to the ceiling, and bring them down slowly. Then lift the arms and stretch the fingertips into the ceiling. Stretch, stretch, lift the head, and slowly bring the body up and forward. Now inhale, roll the spine, let the arms travel up the body. Back up to the ceiling, stretch to the ceiling, stretch all the way back. And roll back over. Stretch the arms out, back to bow. And down. Bring the hands here. And back to cobra. Squeeze those glutes and point the toes. And down. Bring the hands in or here. And slow push up. Bring the feet in and push back. Stretch those calves. Alternate the legs. Push both. Bring the body forward. Knees down and back to child's pose. Really stretch the fingers forward, stretch the shoulders, try to get the body in between the legs and pull the hips back. And inhale and exhale, let the shoulders relax. Walk the hands up, and that is your core exercise sequence for week 2. As you guys go through this next week, keep working on those core exercises daily. Your core is really going to be a primary support to your balance. It's what keeps our whole center column in place. So remember that when you're doing your core exercises, and just be thankful for that extra support that you're generating inside your body, okay? But keep up the good work. If you're not able to go through that sequence 8 times, do it 4 times. If one day you're not able to do 4 times, at least do it 1 time. Consistency is key, guys. So keep up the good work and keep going. after all that, it's time to just do some real easy restorative stretches. So go ahead and lay down on your mat. All I want you to do is just relax. Grab behind your legs. After all that work, you're gonna let that core relax. And as you grab behind your legs, just gonna roll back. Let the legs fling and bring you forward, okay? Now when you fling the legs, imagine what it's like when you are on a swing. Might have been a while for some of us, but imagine when you were a kid and you used to swing in the park and you just fling the legs backwards and forwards, and that's what gives you the momentum to get higher and higher, right? But you gotta relax the legs and you gotta relax the core and you gotta flow with that movement, right? Same thing here. So find that child that used to swing in the park, put your hands behind your legs and just roll back. And do this 8 times. It's like a free massage. Some of you may even get some free spinal adjustments with this. It just feels so good. It's awesome how some of the simplest things are just some of the best. Now, last time, roll back and stay. Grab those knees, hug them all the way in, and just relax. You're gonna stay here for a couple minutes and just breathe. Tell those hip flexors thank you for all the hard work they do every day and the extra work that they're putting in today as you work through your exercises. And roll over to the side and back to center and all the way to the other side. Just massage the low spine as you roll side to side. Stretch the arms out, bring the feet down, and let the spine relax. Bring one foot up over the other knee and let that knee press out. Then you're going to reach behind the bottom leg and pull that knee in towards your upper body. Now, if you can, you really want to try to resist this outward knee and try to keep it pointing out to the side. I like to call this a number 4 stretch because it's kind of like the number 4. Simple, right? Now, you may have seen this stretch before. Some people keep their legs straight, some people keep their knee bent. I like to keep it somewhere in between and just feel what my body needs that day. And you can even roll it around and feel how the different angles get different parts of your glutes and hamstring, and just breathe through it. And release that leg, bring the knees in, grab that bottom leg side and stretch it down. And bring the hands up, stretch the other leg down. Get the hips square, bring the feet back to the floor, knees up. Gotta do the other side, okay? Bring that foot up over the other knee and let that outside knee fall to the outside. And give it a little bit of press. And just stretch it out a little bit. Now we're gonna go behind that bottom leg and pull it in. Resist that outside knee with that elbow. And just breathe through it. Say, I love my glutes and I love my hamstrings. It's one of the best stretches for your glutes. You can do this sitting up as well. in a chair. What's nice about doing it on the floor is that it forces you to keep your back straight. When you're doing it in a chair, you really have to concentrate on keeping that low back straight and then kind of pulling the chest forward. But on the floor, easy peasy. Okay, bring the knees in and hold on to that knee that was your bottom knee. Stretch what was the outside leg up to the ceiling and bring it down. Stretch the hands up over the head, push that foot into the ceiling and bring that one down as well. And let the hips settle in and rest. I'm gonna bring my right leg up and bring the knee up and over. Gonna come all the way to the floor. So I'm pretty much lying on my side, knee on the floor. I'm gonna hold, so right leg, left hand. I'm gonna hold that knee on the floor. Gonna stretch up to the ceiling and keep this stretch. So I'm not just dropping the arm, I'm lifting and stretching out across the ceiling, stretching, 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 and then letting gravity take my arm back, watching my hand. And just breathe. Let that spine release. And you want to hold all of your stretches for a minimum of 1 minute. If you've got time and you can do it for 2 or 5 minutes, that's just yummy. And if for whatever reason you don't have a minute for all of these stretches, pick the stretches that you feel you need the most that day and just do those for 1 minute. Now to come out of this, bring the hand into the shoulder and then roll that arm in. Bring this knee up and back around. Let the foot come down and stretch it out. Good job, guys. Now I want to show you a modification. In case you're not able to get that shoulder all the way down to the ground, what we really want to pay attention to is not letting the arm just flop down. And if you're feeling a lot of strain in the shoulder, just having a little bit of support there behind you is all you need, okay? Because we want you to be able to relax in these stretches and not be stressed out about it, okay? So I'm gonna bring the left knee up, bring it all the way over to the ground. So now I'm lying on my right side hip. Gonna bring my support right behind my back. Gonna kind of test and see where my arm falls. Okay? Now what you're gonna do, stretch all the way up, lift up to the ceiling, stretch across the ceiling, watch that hand, and let it fall to your support. Now you may need the support right here up against you, and then you can just let gravity open up that shoulder. If you're up here and you feel the stretch, you're just gonna need an extra blanket or a couple of blocks and a blanket. Just build up your supports for your arm or your shoulder to whatever point you need in order to just be able to let gravity do the work for you. So you can just close your eyes and then just let your spine settle into this. And to come out of it, bring the hand in, lift the elbow, bring it in, bring that knee up and around, bring the knees in and stretch out. To another phase of that same twist, bring the knee up, but we're gonna keep the hand on the ground, okay? So I'm gonna bring my right knee up, I'm gonna grab behind my knee with the left hand, and I'm gonna pull it as far as it'll go. Now to keep the shoulder on the ground, this may be as far as some of you may be able to get. And you're just gonna try to concentrate on that low back and the hip and just let it relax. Give it a nice, comfy, yummy tug and just hold it there. If you can come all the way over, just enjoy the stretch. And now to come out of it, bring the arm in, bring the elbow in, same like last time. Pull that knee up, bring them both in, and open up the feet. And let's just rock a couple times, 4 times. All right, guys, that's your stretches for today. If you want to incorporate your stretches from last week into your practice along with these, or just play with them and see which ones you feel that you need each day that you do your practice. And you don't have to do them all. At least at minimum, pick the ones you feel are best for you that day. They don't have to be the same stretch every day, but just listen to your body, increase your awareness, deepen your connection with your body so that you can understand what it is that you need. Yes, keep up the good work and enjoy.